morning, everyone. Students, lecturers, my former professors. My name is Vera Iiyambo, and I am here from Ialago Food Assurance Consultants. Okay? We were so happy that Mr. Gabriel invited us to come and do this presentation to you guys as students to see what is out there and what is expected of you when you leave here. Okay? Ialago Food Assurance Consultants, shortly known as IFAC, is a business I co-found with my friend, business partner, and former Ruth Martinez Lago. One of your professors here was also my classmate. I'm so happy to be here to see him and Mr. Kanjengo. So I'm just here to give you some reality check of what to expect when you leave, okay? I'm not going to scare you. I'm just going to tell you so you are prepared. As you can see, the name of my company, Ialago Food Assurance. We are in food assurance, okay? Which means we are in the market, mostly predominantly in the fishing industry. We provide services to them, services that were otherwise outsourced to their South African markets. Or willing to, if you work hard, if you see the gaps, if you see the problems, that you can provide innovative solutions, you can have a piece of the pie. So our services includes training services, okay? Training, awareness, food safety training. We also have some advanced courses, which most of the quality controllers, especially in order for the general workers, if they want to be promoted to be in the quality department, they normally have to take a food safety and quality assurance course. And those are some of the courses we offer. We offer internal audit training, supplier training, a whole lot. We have a website at ialago.com. You can check out more of the courses that we offer. Then we have the consulting services. The consulting services include servicing the industry by helping or assisting them to implement food safety systems. When I say food safety systems, there is the basic requirement, which is compulsory in order to export your product, the HACCP food safety system. However, depending on the market that you want to export to. For example, if I'm only exporting to her and she only needs HACCP as a minimum and say, okay, I only buy fish from HACCP approved suppliers, then it's fine. But as you grow as a business, you want to get your product out there to more people. You want to reach more customers. And then Mr. Akawa say, nope, I'm sorry, we could buy from you, but our company only buy from suppliers who are IFS approved or FSSC 22000 approved or ISO 22000 approved. So HACCP is compulsory and a requirement. However, all the ISO, IFS, BRC, those are depending on the customer. So they are voluntary systems. They are the best, of course, but it depends on the market you want to go in or what your customer wants. It can be an expensive exercise because of the implementation process, the changes you have to make both physically as well as documentation. However, the returns comes back twofold, because if he says he wants IFS and we implement, it means we are open to the other team also. They also want IFS approved suppliers. So we have the HACCP, we have more variety. So IFS is more respected, especially in Spain, the Spain clients, and the FSSC to 22000, mostly the South Africans, and the BRC, the UK, and so on. Okay? So, to streamline our products, we are in the process of developing what is called IFAC Smart Center course. Get access, self-paced or instructor-led on your own, by yourself, and assessed and certified. Okay? So that will be our e-commerce platform. I'm just introducing it out there for the future employment-seeking people. You will need the soft skills. Okay? You will need something extra from what you get here, from the foundation you are getting here. Think, what should a company do in order to remain relevant? When I say remain relevant, not to be stuck in the past, because most people above us ages No, we've been doing it like this for the past 20 years and it should remain. That doesn't work anymore. You'll be left in the dust. Okay, so you have to follow what is happening. So certification to international standards, GFSI, benchmarks. So GFSI stands for Global Food Safety Initiative, and that's where the class of certifications I was talking about, the ISO 9001, the ISO 22000, the FSSC 22000, which is a combination of ISO 22000 and ISO technical specification, then the BRC, and so on. And you choose which one to go with based on your target market or your market segment, where you are exporting your product to. In the fishing industry, that's what you decide. It will be pointless when you export to Spain and you implement BRC. It's not so important to the Spanish market, okay? It's a British standard, initially designed. But because of this international organization, it benchmarked all the standards to have more or less the same types of requirements. So when you have one, it's easy if you want to add the next. It's no longer totally different. In the past, it was here and there that you find similarities, but now they are all in line. They had to do a harmonization in order to accommodate everyone, in order to make it easy for one company to have all certifications, all types. You just add here, remove that, include this, amend this, build this, construct this, and so you can be certified to 1, 2, 3, or 4. So, in order to remain relevant, certification. Otherwise, you'll be left only supplying to Maria. That's it. You can't move to Gaddafi. You can't move to Gabriel. You can't move to James because Gaddafi wants, and others are requesting certifications from their suppliers. They're going to eventually go the same route. So this is where everybody is going. Knowledge in food safety culture and people behavioral knowledge. Food safety culture is a trend that is now on in any food industry. It's very important. People have to start minding their employees. It's no longer about management making all the decisions. It's about inclusivity. It's about including your employees in the decision making. It's about encouraging your employees. It's about caring about your employees' health, well-being, mental health, you name it. Happy employee yields productive employees. So you need to adapt or help the company adapt the food safety value. People are no longer interested in people who are just an employee, because more and more of you are getting educated, which means there's too much of you. They can just pick and choose where they can go. But valuable employees are the ones that can be maintained. Creating value means what is that special something can you bring to the table? Or can you help your employer to implement, to start something new, something innovative that will set you apart from the rest of everybody else? The fishing industry can be volatile. There's a lot of retrenchments every now and then. So if you don't add value to your job and only do exactly what is expected, they tell you your job is to wash windows. That's it, 8 to 5. You come to work with a lappy, water, and a bucket, and that's it. Why can't you come up with advising your employer that you have seen a squeegee online or somewhere that they can buy to make it easier to clean and wash those windows? You are adding value, but not just doing your job, but adding value. That is something you need to have in mind when you go to job interviews. Research about the company, research about their mission, their vision, their goals, and then see how you can add value. We don't expect you to do it overnight, but eventually have an idea on how you're going to be different. What are you going to bring extra? Okay? So, your program, education, which is your degree. Your degree has, as I said, it's a foundation, but it does not give you the professional skills that you need to enter the working environment. Not all of it. It gives you an edge. It's easier. My company, we have a graduate trainee mentorship program. We take on one graduate every year to teach them the professional skills. It will be like this for you to catch anything. Because you have the foundation, you have the structure. You understand how things work. The application is where you're going to struggle. Because the application in theory is not the same as in reality. Okay? So, you have to know what industry you are getting into. If you're getting in the fishing industry, you have to research companies, you have to research what they do, how they do it, before you can even go to an interview. The skills I'm talking about, the 21st century skills, which are also known as soft skills. Personal skills, design thinking, these are the skills that are required. Critical thinking, weekly goals or daily goals or monthly goals or annual, yearly goals. Do you see your own personal growth and work productivity? Then, social skills, communication, modes of communication. You need to identify communication barriers and overcome them. Customer service, all these are type of skills that you can get afterwards. You can get them online. There's a lot of companies that offer soft skills. Couple of hours a day, online even. You don't need to attend in person sometimes. And the collaboration, working in teams, diverse people, conflict resolution. You need to learn how to work with others. University level, you have teams for projects and group work and so on. But in the real world, it's much more. You need to pull your weight. You need to be creative. You need to be productive. You can't just be like, yeah, we're supposed to do what? Yeah, I'll come there, and then you don't show up when you're supposed to. It's unprofessional. Okay? Management, working, time management. Okay, I mentioned this, working efficiently. Working hard is becoming overrated. So people rather work smart than hard. And you can do that if for those who want to go into business, then create a solution to a problem you have identified. We created a solution to a consulting concern that we had. Okay? So you need to have a solution for an identified problem. If you start creating a solution that already exists, you are duplicating and people will be like, why should I go? Isn't it the same as the other company? People won't even bother to look you up because you are creating a solution that's already existing. Unless certain markets where more and more is required, like IT, we need more and more. But for products and services, okay? So you have to generate ideas. And this is where your degree comes into play. Show us what you learn. Okay? Innovate. How will you make things better? I gave the example of the window. You can't just continue with the calapi, the cloth. You have to think of squeegees. Okay? Know your market, latest trends, key players, key fisheries. While you know you have a market, you can't go into business if you know for a fact no one is going to buy your product. There will be no point. It's like fishing companies. Before they even start the factory, they have customers lined up. They already know that this company is going to order 20 ton, this one is ordering 100 ton, this one has a contract for a year, and you keep on renewing or you get more clients. Without a client, it will be a waste of your money and everybody's time. To sell the fish to whom? To sell your kapana to whom? So, before you start a business, check the market availability. Are you able to get a pie of that market? Because you are bringing what solution to the problems, existing problems that you have identified? Unique solutions. Okay? Understand your employer's strategy. This is what I mentioned at the beginning. Know the company's mission, vision, and goals so that you know how to make things better. How are you going to add value to their business, to their company as an employee? Then we have Gen Z skills, digital skills, okay? Microsoft Office. I've seen a lot of times in people's CVs, expert in Microsoft Office, excellent. Okay, then you give them linear data or words and say, okay, can you just create a graph presentation of this information? I want to know, customers we receive, how many customer complaints we received in the past 3 years? But you're getting this from emails. It's not to say I'm giving you a list of numbers. How many customer complaints in the past 3 years? Which customer sent in the most complaints? Which of our product lines got the highest complaints? Then you ask someone who has written in their CV, Microsoft Office, excellent, and they can create graphs for you. A graphical presentation of assessment is what people need. A lot of people don't know how to do it. If you don't learn how to, there's courses online. It's very important and very necessary. So this is a sneak preview of some of the courses that we offer. We are strictly in food safety, okay? So the majority of quality controllers, what we see that the highest courses that they request for is this. Food. We have a food management workshop actually once a year for the general public, which means not by invitation by fishing companies, but anybody can register and attend. And the quality controller specifically is this food safety and quality assurance for quality controllers and production supervisors. That it gives them a competitive edge over other quality controllers. They get the knowledge of understanding of why things are done the way they are done. Not just they need to be done like that, but the idea behind why we do things the way we're doing it in quality assurance. Okay? So, and also apply for internships at fishing companies. My last slide is this. For those looking to be employed, ask yourself, what value are you going to add to the company? What value are you going to add to your future employer's business? Before you even apply, think of that, okay? Think of it, do research, and see where you are good at, which points, which strength are you good at, which things can you do easily without blinking an eye. And build on it and say, my strength. I know this is my strength. I'm very well or I'm very good at doing. If you intend to be employed, think of the value that you're going to add. Everybody wants to know, even me, if I have to employ you, I will ask you in the interview, what value are you going to bring to my business? Which means, why should I employ you over the next person? Okay, do we understand that? Okay, those who want to start your businesses, think about what solution are you bringing for what problems? What are you trying to solve? Define the problem and then define your solution, which will be then what your business is about. You are solving something. Business is not just about business. It's about there being a problem or a gap in a specific market that you are trying to solve and close. Okay. Oh, that was